Joining us now, author of the brand new book, Whitewash, president of the Media Research Center, Brent Bozell, and the editor of the Huffington Post, Roy Sekoff, is with us. All right, Brent, look, I got to be honest, I don't have a problem if, as a professor, she expresses to her students, or in an environment like this, that she has a particular point of view, if she also offers her students the other side, and she doesn't punish conservative students that challenge her on some of these issues. I wouldn't have a problem in that role. Your thoughts?
I know we're going to hear from Alan or someone that, after all, she's expressing her opinion, but what she says in front of the camera is a completely different story. In fact, this surprises no conservative who's followed her. As a matter of fact, we covered this in our book. Carole Simpson is one of many reporters who have spent their careers savaging conservatives, just fawning over liberals. They say they have no opinion whatsoever, and she openly endorses Hillary, and oops, she got caught. I'm not at all surprised.
All right, I'm not at all surprised either, but I don't have a problem with a professor. She's in the role now as a professor. She's not a journalist. Now, here's the problem. For years, you have been chronicling the bias, you mentioned it's in the book, of people like Carole Simpson and others. They claim to be fair, balanced, subjective, but they're not. They've always had this agenda, and it's always been in their work in some way, shape, matter, or form. You get to see their bias. That's where the problem is, right?
Well, here's the reality. Every reporter is biased. Left, right, center, whatever it might be. Everyone has a bias. One has to strive for objectivity. One has to strive for balance and fairness. And people like Carole Simpson just don't do it.
All right, Roy, your thoughts on this? As a journalist or as a professor, I think she has every right. Don't punish conservatives. Don't punish students that disagree. Offer students balanced views if you have a particular point of view. But as a journalist, if your opinions make your way into the piece, that's where it crosses the line, right?
Well, here's what I love, Sean. So Carole Simpson says that she likes Hillary Clinton, and all of a sudden you go,
endorsed her.
Aha. Well, fine, she endorsed her, and you say, aha, she's a liberal.
No, we already knew that, Roy. Maybe you didn't know, but we did.
No, but I've seen conservative bloggers refer to her as a lefty. So here's my question. Which of Hillary Clinton's positions that Carole Simpson might have liked makes her a lefty? Is it the fact that she wants health care for all Americans?
No. She's missing the point.
Wait. So is that make her a lefty? That's a majority issue. Is it the fact that she wants to end the war? That's a majority issue.
Roy, if she's endorsing her, then that means she probably agrees with the vast majority of her opinions. And that would be, raising taxes, retreat in Iraq, that would be open borders, and that would be destroying our health care system.
But why do you say that? There's no proof of that. She didn't say that at all. Maybe she likes the fact that she's a woman. That's, in fact, what she did say. Maybe it's the fact that she actually
that's pretty shallow, don't you think?
We don't know the answer to that. We don't know why, but I think as Roy pointed out, we don't know what it is. But Roy, Roy, welcome, and Brent, let me go back to you for a second here. Well, let me get this straight. So Carole Simpson, oh my heavens, she admits that she is supporting Hillary Clinton. The heavens open up and the thunderstorms come. And now we're supposed to say, aha, that proves it. Now we know the media is liberal because Carole Simpson, as a college professor, has said she supports Hillary Clinton. So Brent Bozell's been right all along. Is that your
Pretty much. No, I'm saying just the opposite. I'm saying we didn't learn anything in particular the other day. I'm saying I've known it all along. Look, this is the same woman who said after President Bush was elected, she said that in the eyes of blacks and women, they were saying, God help us if he named another justice like Clarence Thomas. Here's a woman who savaged the contract with America.
You want to beat up on her for what she did years ago. The issue now, Brent,
Alan, I can go through her record, the things that she has said. It's all there on the public record. But you don't want to beat up on her on
what she did 10 years ago. The issue is that here's a professor. And you know what? I know, Roy, that there are others who are going to say, oh, this shows that education is so liberal, all these professors are so liberal, as if, you know, this is how, however, you know, she did the right thing, where she offered a resignation. They wouldn't accept it. She offered to step down. I don't even think she should have apologized. Roy, what do you say about that?
Of course not. I think it's absurd. And I think it's absurd that this idea that college students are going to have their tender young minds manipulated. I mean, I went to college, and if my professor said that he liked Kierkegaard, I didn't say, oh, I'm going to become an existentialist. Or if he said he loved the films of Jerry Lewis, I didn't run out and go see, you know, Cinderfella. It's absurd.
You know, Brad,
it's really...
Go ahead. Go ahead,
no,
Roy.
I'm just saying, everybody on this panel knows that the whole idea of media bias is an absolute myth. It's a very useful myth that conservatives have been making hay on this for 20 years. But let's be honest, it's a great way to sell books. It's a great way to raise money. But it's become kind of a moldy oldie. For me, let me finish.
And Carole Simpson is going to...
Let me finish.
And Carole Simpson is going to endorse Giuliani next week, too.
We got breaking news about Carole Simpson. She happens to like Hillary Clinton. Brent, thank you very much. Roy, we thank you for being on the program. Let's check with